Hello and welcome to Grim Reactions. I'm Erik, and today we're watching Avatar The Last Airbender Episode 3. I'm really enjoying myself so far, and it's kind of funny because I've seen a lot of comments saying that if you just endure the beginning, where it's very childish, it picks up and gets a lot better. And I'm already enjoying myself. So I think that sounds extremely promising for the future. I've also gleaned from the comments that yes, firebending is mainly based on northern Shaolin and also some Bajikwan influences, which makes sense. Waterbending is based on Tai Chi, and earthbending, which we haven't seen yet, and I'm very curious about, because as you can tell, I am fairly heavy, and water and earthbending, like, I like that kind of like solidity. I like the weight. I mean, an equal amount of like 1 kilo of earth and 1 kilo of water is still just 1 kilo, but there's something about the density of rock that makes that extra interesting for me. For me, personally, because firebending is related to Bajikwan, I feel like airbending might be my least favorite so far. But it's very, very early, so let's just keep going. Let's see what this next episode has in store for us.
He has a lot to learn before he's ready to save anyone.
Yes, he does have a lot to learn. He's just a child. They're all children, of course. But Aang is more of a child than the other two.
Air Temple, here we come!
Sleep now. Temple later.
He looked very comfortable and tucked in.
Once word gets out that he's alive, every firebender will be out looking for him, and I don't want anyone getting in the way.
Zuko wants all the glory for himself.
It was incredible. What, did we crash or something?
Yes! Stomach, be quiet, alright? I'm trying to find us some food.
Success!
What about him?
Well, I just want you to be prepared for what you might see.
Yeah, she's trying to prepare him for a shock. Because there's a reason no one has seen an airbender for 100 years.
The only way to get to an airbender temple is on a flying bison.
I'm sure you can find a way if you're determined enough.
There it is. The Southern Air Temple.
Nice.
The Avatar is the only one who can stop the Fire Nation from winning this war. You'll tell me what you've found.
I haven't found anything.
No. Someone's suspicious.
They confirmed Prince Zuko had the Avatar in custody.
Aang 7, Sokka 0.
Making him feel better is putting me in a world of hurt.
Oh, that's considerate of you. And that's a Fire Nation helmet.
Fire Nation.
So they did find a way to get there. I would not be surprised if the Fire Nation had balloons or something, because hot air rises.
Monkey Atso, the greatest airbender in the world. He taught me everything I know.
Well done.
Where are you going?
The Air Temple Sanctuary. There's someone I'm ready to meet.
This is interesting.
It's not impossible. I survived in the iceberg for that long.
Good point.
Yeah.
More tea, please.
Uncle has the right idea.
Statues? That's it? Where's the meat?
I ask myself that daily.
Air, water, earth, and fire.
That's the Avatar cycle.
Yeah, so these are the previous avatars. Is it time for a vision from the ancestors?
Dinner.
Dinner! These two, Zuko and Aang and co, are having very different experiences.
Banished prince. No home, no allies. Your own father doesn't even want you.
And why?
But in his eyes, you are a failure and a disgrace to the Fire Nation. You have the scar to prove it.
Have you forgotten what happened last time you dueled the Master?
I will never.
Oh. Yeah, last time he got that scar. That's why the camera shifted to focus on it. Yeah, what happened last time when you duel a master? Hint, hint. And that's his old monk friend.
Gyatso.
Yeah.
Everything will be alright. Let's get out of here.
No, everything's not gonna be alright. Oh boy. So that's, yeah. It is a connection to all the previous avatars. Oh, and they all have a similar sanctuary.
Hey, come on!
Oh boy. Yeah, this is not good.
This will be over quickly.
Yeah, remember the basics. Ooh, nice. Yes. It's always key in fighting. It's always key in fighting to have a stable foundation. Because you take power from, in a straight line, from your back foot.
Do it!
And just next to the...
That's it? Your father raised a coward.
Is that why he got kicked out? Because he wasn't ruthless enough? Oh!
Thanks again for the tea. It was delicious.
Uncle came in there and just like put a stop to that instantly. Oh boy.
I know you're up.
So cool the way that his tattoos glow.
We're your family now.
Yeah, that worked. I calmed him down.
Katara and I aren't gonna let anything happen to you. Promise.
That means they found the other ones too. I really am the last Airbender.
Yeah. That is the title of the show.
How is Roku supposed to help me if I can't talk to him?
Maybe you'll find a way.
That's very... It's very timing, very good timing on that. Okay, so that was episode 3. I have 2 main takeaways. The less interesting part, the disgraced Fire Prince. Was he too human? Was he not ruthless enough? Is that why he got kicked out? I don't know. We'll find out eventually, I'm sure. But it also makes a lot of sense that he's hunting the Avatar, despite no one having seen the Avatar for 100 years. The Avatar just disappeared because he's desperate, and he desperately wants his father's approval. The question remains is if that is a good thing or not. I was not expecting him to have such a Like, it felt like a third of the episode, or like half of the episode, was focused on Zuko. I was not expecting that. There is not normally that much focus on bad guys. And that makes me think that his journey is going to be at least, or not at least, but that his journey is going to be like important, not maybe as important as Aang's journey, but it's going to be important. And that's interesting. That's interesting because he has more to him than, for instance, like Katara. She wants to be a waterbender. That's her motivation. I understand that motivation and can sympathize with it. And she also wants to help Aang. That, like they said, they want to be a family. And Sokka is there to help. That's his role at the moment. Aang has the big job of learning the elements, learning all the elements, and bringing balance and peace to the world. That's the one hell of a task. Zuko seems interesting. He does. The second big part of this episode was the Avatar. We learned some depressing facts that were not very surprising, not in the slightest. I mean, you can only access air temples on flying bison. I mean, air balloons exist, and they're just powered by hot air, and that's something that fire can provide. So it was what I thought, that it's like it's something out of his control, and like all the previous generations are connected. The question I have that I'm pondering at the moment is, will Aang learn how to tap into that power, or will he not need that power? Like, will he learn to control that part of him, the Avatar state, as someone called it in the comments? Or will he learn bending so he doesn't need to use it? The optimal thing would, of course, be to have access to that power, but to be in a more conscious state. Because I don't know how conscious he is. It seems the glowing eyes indicate that he is maybe not unconscious, but like he's not in control. He's not consciously directing it. I do wonder what happened to the rest. I mean, I get that when we saw Monk Gyatso dead, like that the airbenders are dead. But we didn't see the rest of them. We only saw the one. I wonder if they were hunted because it was time for an airbender avatar. And that's why the Fire Nation attacked them, to wipe them out. Because as targets go, you would think that the easier target would be the Water Tribe. It just feels that way. So, that was episode 3 of Avatar: The Last Airbender. It feels more and more like we are currently setting the stakes. The first 2 episodes were more along the lines of happy-go-lucky. This was more serious in tone. This episode specifically. So we'll see where we go from here. And with that said, I am done. This has been Grim Reactions. I've been Erik. I thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.